Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have my paper pumpkin alternatives for September. We got this great kit. I'm thinking that might be backwards in the video. The great kit to make some treat boxes for Halloween. Now, of course, I didn't make treat boxes. My pledge to you is always to make full-sized cards out of what they give us to work with. So I have 5 cards and a couple of tags for you today, and let's just get started. Okay, so here's the beautiful paper pumpkin box this time. So, and I have a paper pumpkin kit to give away. If you watch this video and you share it, then I will pick from the people that have done that and I'll send you one of these paper pumpkin kits. So let me show you a little bit of what's, first let's see. In the paper pumpkin kit this time is a flyer, and this is important. This is for the next 2 paper pumpkins, the one that can be ordered by September 11th for October, and then the one that can be ordered for November. So the October and the November paper pumpkin kits are going to coordinate, and they're all going to be about Christmas. So if you thought about doing this, I think it would be a good time to do it. So one of the kits makes cards and the other one makes tags. And having extra special tags on hand for Christmas is just great fun and wonderful. And I'll be making full card alternatives with this, but it would be a wonderful time to subscribe if you're not already a paper pumpkin subscriber. And if you are, you have a wonderful treat coming. So let's just get going here. This is what's in the kit this time, and I just decided to lay it out. This is our paper pumpkin stamp set this time. We have 2 little skeletons going different directions. We have a trick or treat stamp. We have a stamp that says toxic treats. We have one that says bon appetit. One that says eat if you dare. One that says happy Halloween, and a skull and crossbones. So that's what we have to work with this time. And then in the kit are 2 pages of these wonderful little laser cut skeletons. They're just as cute as they can be. And I've already torn mine apart. I tear mine apart and it saves me a little bit of room if I can put them all together here like I do in this little bag. These are one set of the tags, the gorgeous grape with the black rim, these tags that are black with a gorgeous grape rim. Then we have these vellum circles. We have these bone spider webs with a little skull in the middle. I think you can see that like that. Then we have these skeleton hands. So cute. Then we have these tags which have this foil orange on them in pumpkin pie. So we have these little labels, and there's like a whole page of these. There's a ton of them, and there's a whole page of tags that are this size and this shape. And if you think about that stamp set, this eat if you dare fits right onto this, and all of these other, the Happy Halloween, toxic treats, and what does that one say again? Bon appetit, all fit in this little tag here. Then the star of the show are these treat boxes. And here are the treat boxes. They come, let's see, how many do they say there are this time? There's enough to make, I think, 24 treat bags. 20 treat boxes. So there's 10 each of the black with the pumpkin pie foiled dots and 10 with the black and the foiled pumpkin pie stripes. So enough to make 20 little treat boxes, and they're really quite simple. In fact, the bottoms don't even have to be glued. These ends fold in like this. This piece folds down, and this piece folds in and under this little spot here. Oops, I went too far. It goes in and under that to make your bottom, and then these pieces all fold in, and they're a little bit like milk cartons. There's some pieces that come out here, like a keyhole on this side, and then this piece on the top, and then these fold in and back and hook to the sides, and there you've got some very, very cute little treat boxes for Halloween that you can put anything you'd like in. And I don't want to spend too much time on this. You get the idea. And so there are what your treat boxes look like. And like I said, there's 10 in this pattern and 10 in this striped pattern. And they're really cute, just as cute as they can be. And so let me show you what it is I've done with this kit. You know, I don't ever make up what they suggest. I only make full-size cards with my kits. Now, off camera, I'll probably make a handful of those treat boxes, because there's always a few special trick-or-treaters coming that you want to make sure get something a little bit different. So this is the first card that I made, and I used a black base, and I put a piece of gorgeous grape on here, 4 by 5 1/4, and then I cut these treat boxes into squares, and they come out to be just about 2 inches by 2 inches on here, and I took 4 sides and I just matched them up. I love the patterns together. I put on some of our satin ribbon in black. I made a double bow for the top so that it looks a little bit like a package. And then I put the purple tag on here, Trick or Treat and Happy Halloween. And I put the ribbons that I used were our satin ribbon in the basic black, and then I used this, which is glittered organdy ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? I think this came around last year for Halloween, and it stuck around. It makes absolutely gorgeous decorations. So those are the 2 ribbons. Oh, and I did use from our Nature's Twine. We do have this purple twine, so I did use that on one of the tags. Okay, so that is card number 1, and what I did was I put a piece of that glitter ribbon here, and I had a couple strips of each of those papers and just lined it up here so that you brought the outside to the inside. So that's card number 1 that I made. This next one, again, pretty plain actually. I took 2 of the squares and I cut them diagonally, and I mixed the patterns, and I put some black satin ribbon, because when you cut, well, I wanted to hide the seams, but if you use a long piece, and I did that on one of them here in a minute, you have this fold line in the middle. And I used my bone folder on the back to flatten it out a little bit, and I'll show you that. Let me see if I've got a piece of one. I do. Here is one that I've started, and I cut it apart. And what I did was I took my bone folder here on these seams on the back and just flattened them out, not too intently because you don't want to tear the paper on the other side, but flattened it out a little bit, and it's a little less prominent here. But for my taste, I wanted to cover some of those fold lines. So this one I made very simple, black 4 by 5 1/4, 5 by 3 3/4 in the pumpkin pie. I backed this, measured what this came out to, and added a 1/4 inch to each side, and put this on here with a knot bow, Happy Halloween. And on the inside I put a piece of gorgeous grape 4 by 5 1/4, and then this piece is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I just put one of these tags in here that says trick or treat. It should probably have a little piece of ribbon tied to the top here. It looks a little bare. So maybe we can just do that. I'll see if I can't put that ribbon through there and just tie a little knot here to add a bit of decoration. And you could do this with the satin ribbon as well, but it's kind of fun to get a surprise of some sparkles on the inside. So there we go. So that is card number 2. Now on the next one, I went a little crazy. I decided that in these tags, and let me get one so I can show you. In these tags, there is a piece in here that is purple on this one and black on the other. And for the life of me, eyes spoke to me. So I used a couple of the vellum pieces here, the circles, and where I knew I was going to put an eye, I put a glue dot on the back, and that's how I stuck it on. And then I used the black dots to make eyes. I laid a small piece of one of the boxes across here like somebody was peering over the top. I used some of the purple dots here around the card, and these are some of the rhinestones that come from our holiday rhinestone basic jewels. They have pumpkin pie rhinestones. So I dotted a few of those around on the page, and I used one of the spider bone spider webs here, and a couple of these dancing skeletons, and like maybe they were being manipulated by these hands. And there I've got Happy Halloween in there. And on the inside, I just put a piece of white 4 by 5 1/4 and a skeleton. I think that one is just darling. It, I couldn't help myself with the eyes. Sorry. Okay, the next one, card number 4, I used a piece of purple on the top. I used a strip of the box across here, and there's a fold line under there, so I put my bow over it. Also in the kit came these, and I don't know if I showed those or not, but comes a whole package of these black clothespins, little clothespins. So I used a glue dot with this one to glue it down to the page, and then captured these two pieces, 2 tags there, and then spread them apart, glued them together, put Happy Halloween down here, trick or treat. I went around the edge of this with the gorgeous grape. I put a bow on here, and on the inside I did gorgeous grape, white, black ribbon, and then a little piece of the box. So that one is card number 4. Now card number 5, I cut out 2 sides of a box, kind of like this one, where I would just go ahead and cut this down here on both sides, and then use that whole piece. So I put another piece of the box, the other box, going this way to cover that seam or that score mark there. And again, I put one of these clothespins up here with a glue dot, and did my tag here that says Happy Halloween on it, and then you want to glue that down. Now I just used the skull and crossbones first and second generation stamping around on the back of the card, and I cut one of the bone spider webs in half and put one half on either side of my little raised panel here. On the inside, very simply black with a white interior and one of those little bone hands on the inside. So that is card number 5. Now, while I was at it, and I didn't look at the tags that they made, but I had this little piece of sparkle paper on my desk and sitting right next to that ribbon, and so I made this like that could go to one of your treat bags or treat boxes, and put the Eat If You Dare stamp on here with a couple of the hands, and then I used some purple rhinestones from the Noble Peacock set, so we have purple rhinestones there. Then I made this tag, again, Eat If You Dare, one of the box sides, a little bit of black ribbon. I cut the bottom part of one of these spider webs off and I put it down here, the skeleton, and then Bon Appetit down here with a little of the satin ribbon on top. Now this last one, you have to use your imagination a little bit. I put some of our grape twine on this one, and then I took the handle part of the box here and I cut these pieces off and it made it like he was carrying. In fact, I thought about it after. What I should do is cut apart one of our acetate sleeves here and put that over here so it looks like it's part of a package that this hand is carrying. And I cut one of the skeletons apart and put Bon Appetit down here and put the other part of the box just down towards the bottom. But there you go. That is my paper pumpkin alternatives for this month. I had a lot of fun with this kit, and like I said, I have one to give away. So if you make a comment and you share, then I will see that one of these kits comes to you. So my prize for the month of September is any bundle out of the holiday catalog, and all it takes is to put an order on my website, and I left this here to remind myself. It is just lbedinger.stampinup.net. I've tried it, I know it works, and you can get to it from my blog, www.inkandingenuity.com. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And I'll be back soon with more cards, more tips, and more projects. Bye.